When Donald Trump stood in the Oval Office yesterday and crowed that one billionaire had made $2.5 million and another $900 million in a single day thanks to his tariff flip-flop, it wasn't just a moment of economic theatre. I think it was a revelation, not of strategy, but of something closer to sleight of hand. So I've got to ask, and I don't know the answer to this, by the way. You may know the answer, so please go hell for leather on the comment section. Are Trump's tariffs a patriotic tool for economic revival, or a glorified racket designed to enrich his already rich friends while working Americans foot the bill, while the rest of the world foots the bill? On April the 2nd, Trump announced sweeping new tariffs. Stock markets plunged, and then just 4 hours later he suspended the tariffs for 90 days. Stocks surged, and billionaires surged with them. Bloomberg called it the best day ever, with $304 billion added to their collective fortunes. Trump called it a great day to buy. But who knew in advance? Who was tipped off? And who was in the room when those fortunes soared? Among the benefactors were Charles Schwab and Roger Penske, present at the White House. Schwab, a financial tycoon; Penske, a billionaire NASCAR mogul. One made nearly $3 million, the other close to $1 billion. Coincidence, perhaps, but suspicion must linger. And Congressman Adam Schiff and Senator Ruben Gallego are now calling for an inquiry into potential insider trading and market manipulation. Trump's justification that tariffs made America rich during the Gilded Age. Tariff is my favourite word, he said. He believes the US was richest from 1870 to 1913 because of tariffs. This is economic mythology at best. The US was not richest by modern standards. Real GDP per capita in 1913 was $10,000. Today it's nearly $60,000. Moreover, the federal surpluses of that time were driven more by excise taxes on alcohol and tobacco than by tariffs. The economist Douglas Irwin has dismantled this nostalgia, showing that growth in the late 19th century owed more to immigration, surprise, capital investment and productivity gains than to protectionism. Tariffs, he writes, were at best third or fourth order effects, and at worst they were a drag. Trump proposes replacing the income tax with tariff revenue. Again, mathematically impossible. The US imports about $3 trillion worth of goods annually, and income tax brings in $2.2 trillion. To replace the income tax, tariffs would have to be nearly 100% across the board, and Americans would have to keep importing the same volume despite soaring prices. As economists Erica York and Kimberly Clausing point out, that's fiscal fantasy. More crucially, tariffs are a regressive tax. The poor pay more proportionally than the rich. A 60% tariff on a coffee maker raises its price from $20 to $32. For a millionaire, that's pocket change. For a low-income worker, that's dinner. While tariffs were meant to punish China, Mexico and the EU, the beneficiaries have been Trump's wealthiest allies. Stock volatility created by these abrupt policy swings has generated windfalls for those in the know, those who can buy low and sell high on insider cues. Meanwhile, retaliatory tariffs from China and Europe have targeted US farmers, whiskey producers and Harley-Davidson, industries based in Republican strongholds. Farm bankruptcies rose 20%, American manufacturing shrank, an estimated 300,000 jobs were lost during Trump's first trade war. And yet Trump is doubling down, proposing 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, 50% tariffs on Chinese imports, promising to offset the pain with tax cuts that benefit the rich. This isn't populism. This is plutocracy. And Trump likens himself to the champions of the American worker. But his economic approach mimics the Smoot-Hawley tariffs of 1930, the very policy that worsened the Great Depression. Global trade plummeted by 66%. Poverty soared. And still Trump waxes lyrical about Liberation Day, the supposed unleashing of American economic might. What he ignores is that countries with the highest tariffs, Madagascar, Guyana, Mauritius, are also among the world's poorest. To emulate them isn't a strategy, it's an abdication of economic leadership. Trump's tariff theatrics Trump's tariff tantrum seems less about economic sovereignty and more about enriching insiders, manipulating markets, confusing the public with historical revisionism. The wealthiest gain from volatility. They can move quickly, diversify, absorb losses. The working classes cannot. Trump says he wants to make America rich again, but what he's really doing is shifting wealth upwards, burdening the poor, punishing our allies, and inviting trade wars. And if he succeeds, America will not be rich. It will be rigged.